Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Andrea Caulfield, and I'm Manager of Membership here at the American Society of Travel Advisors. And I want to thank you for joining me today for our new member webinar and give you some information on how best to use your new ASTA membership. I just want to go over a few housekeeping items with you today. We are recording this webinar, and it will be up on asta.org in about a week or so. So if you have to miss any of this portion, or if you have colleagues in your office that weren't able to join us today, it will be available in about a week. And you all are on mute, so there's so many people on this call. We want to make sure everyone is able to hear everything. And there will be an opportunity to ask questions at the end of the webinar. So if you look at your webinar pane, there's a question box. Please just go ahead and type your questions in that box. And if it's a question that would be good for the group, I will go ahead and address it after I've completed my presentation. If it's something that maybe requires a personal touch from me, I will reach out to you either by email or telephone. So let's go ahead and here are the few things we're going to cover today. We're going to go over how ASTA supports you in the industry. We're going to go over a step-by-step guide for building your profile for travelsense.org, and again, take some questions at the end of the presentation. I do want to go over a few housekeeping items. We are currently still working on our membership cards. We do appreciate patience on that. I know I've seen a proof, and we're working with our vendor now to get that process started. So hopefully soon you'll be able to see those in the mail. And another item, if you have signed up and feel like you're not receiving emails from ASTA, such as about our events that are coming up, any member alerts, take a look at the email address you have in our database. If it's an info at, a sales at type email address, our marketing push product does not push messages to those emails. So if that's something you have in your profile, think about getting that changed to a more personal type email so you don't miss any messages from us, especially as we get closer to ASTA Global Convention and Small Business Network events. And if we announce any new educational journeys that will be made available, I just want to make sure everyone's getting the communication they need from ASTA. So that's one thing, a little piece of homework for you to do. And then in regards to the ASTA NACTA, which is now Small Business Network transition, we have completed the data merge. If you still have any questions and you're a former NACTA member who is now part of ASTA in that Small Business Network, if you have any questions about logging into asta.org or what your membership ID number is, please reach out to me. My information will be at the end of this presentation, and I will also be sending a follow-up email with this presentation as well. Send that out, and reach out to me, and we can walk through some things with you. So here's a look at our senior leadership team who are diligent working on your behalf. As we just finished our Capital Summit, we're now going to begin focusing on ASTA Global Convention coming up and many of the other issues and processes that go along with that. And they work really closely with our board of directors. And these are volunteers who volunteer their time, and they represent every facet of the industry, from small home-based advisors to corporate and company presidents and CEO and everything in between. So we do thank them for their support. And this is our team here at headquarters. We're small and mighty. So we enjoy helping our members and answering any questions they have, and just bringing our events to you, and just giving you the best member experience we can. So ASTA is the trade association for the industry. We're governed by bylaws set by our elected National Board of Directors, and you'll be seeing some information on that process soon. And we work together as a leading global advocate for travel advisors, the travel industry, and the traveling public. So we're here to promote and defend you. And like I said, we represent every facet of the industry, from consumers to travel suppliers to independent leisure advisors. And I like this slide because 83% of travel agency sales are booked through an ASTA agency. So the consumer knows the importance of being a member of your trade association just as much as you do. So they're looking for that ASTA brand to know that they're working with someone who is legitimate as well as takes the, has a passion for their industry and for travel. So some of the things that we've won this year, we've had several wins already this year in some states on some state tax issues. So states look at travel agencies as another, revenue stream sometimes. So we kind of have to fight to protect travel advisors in those specific states. So Washington State this year we've had a win, and Texas we've had a win, and you may have seen these emails have come out. And to those who have answered the call, over the last 5 years we've saved over $467 million of state taxes that would have affected your bottom line. So if we take a look at the numbers, so for this Utah sales tax service, we had over 500 plus letters sent to that state senators opposing the bill, and we had members go and testify in this state as well as Connecticut as well as Washington State. So the grassroots was alive and well this year, and we are so thankful for that. In Utah alone, the savings was $13,000 a year for the average Utah agency. That is an enormous win for ASTA and for the advisors that are in that state. So we had 1,180 people sent 2,800 advocacy messages through ASTA.org since February. So people are engaged and excited, and that's how it should be. So if you haven't seen these member alerts, be thankful maybe because your state hasn't decided to try to implement some of these bills, but rest assured if one state does, the rest will soon follow. So just be aware and look out for your opportunity to voice your concerns. And if you're interested in this legislative process, Genevieve Strand, who now, she just got promoted to Director of Advocacy, she has a toolkit online at ASTA.org, and I will send this to you in my follow-up email on the legislative process. She's got some good little videos that you can watch and information you can use on how the process works and how you can get involved. And what we also do is we drive our message of the importance of using a travel advisor, especially an ASTA member travel advisor, to consumers via mainstream media. And a lot of times we use our members to do so. So we're always driving people to travelsense.org. So this is also part of our advocacy work to educate the traveling public, again, on the importance of using advisors such as yourself. And something new that we've gotten started that has been very successful is this Facebook group called the ASTA Press Inbox Group. So if you go to Facebook, search for this, and you can sign up, and our staff here will once you get signed up and joined, we'll send you information. And this is where we're sort of sending out some questions that we get press inquiries all the time about certain what's exciting in travel, what's some trends that are happening. And we want to hear from you because you're on the front line. So this is a great way for you to communicate with our PR department. So when you do go to Facebook and want to sign up for this group, please have your ASTA ID number with you so we can verify your membership and get you joined up. So I hope you take advantage of this because it's been very successful so far. There's well over 300 people already in this group, and it's only been out for like a month. So this is exciting. And just another way for our members to talk about their business and what they do best. And as we had the rebrand over the last year, we have this little slogan of "We'll take you there." So as you can see, it kind of blends into our work with TravelSense. And we've also been encouraging our supplier partners to change agent to advisor, and many have done so. And so we're just glad we're able to use this. And I'm pretty sure there's stuff online, so I can send you some links to some of the promotional items that we have for this campaign. And again, it all drives them to travelsense.org. So this is our consumer-facing site where you, as an ASTA member, have a profile. So during this webinar, our next step is we're going to talk about how to build this profile and just put all the information you can on here, because this is really where we focus on you, our members, and drive consumers here. Anytime we're talking about travel, we say, well, make sure you go to travelsense.org to book your next trip. So let's talk about this. So the information you received when you joined, you should have gotten a username and a password. And if you didn't, please let me know via email. I'm happy to resend that to you. So this gives you access to ASTA.org as well as travelsense.org. So it's the same username and password. So when you're at ASTA.org, you can log in at the top. When you go to travelsense.org, the login's at the bottom of the page. So you're going to log in here with your username and password, and it's going to say welcome and your name, and you click on my profile, and this is what you're going to see. This is what, this is Judy, our little model here for her profile. So she's got a great picture. She's got all the little odds and ends filled out. And when you go to your profile, make sure it's correct. Make sure, the phone number is accurate and the address is accurate, because this is what the public and consumers are going to see in order to reach you. So you want to make sure everything is correct. And if you're used to using caps, please, unless it's branded, your name, company name, or whatever is branded that way, please don't use all caps, because we like to have a good consistency across the board. But I also do highly suggest putting a profile picture up. It looks great. When I certainly search anything, any kind of site to look for an expert in something I need, I always look for a picture of the person to work with. It kind of gives that personal feel to it. So, and we've also, Lyndon, who has also put some video tutorials together, and those are online as well, on how to upload your picture, how to crop it and get it uploaded, and how to make changes in the profile. So we have a lot of resources for you to make this as easy as possible, and I'm always happy to help as well. And on the next page, is where you talk about yourself, where you want to brag on yourself for what you do best. You could be an expert in the Bahamas, you could be an expert in luxury travel, any kind of, if you're a specialization in certain cruise lines, whatever you do best, put it on this page, because TravelSense is also searchable by keywords. So if someone's sort of not sure where they want to go, but they know they want to take a river cruise, if you have, river cruise in your profile, you're going to come up in the search function. So, and they can also search by state and zip code. So a lot of other ways that you can search for advisors on this site. The next step is to download the ASTA logo. So if you still have the old ones, on your business cards, I know you're probably trying to get rid of those first, but make sure you download the new logo. And that can be found under the resources page on ASTA.org. And you can use this logo on your marketing collateral, on your website, on your business cards, anywhere consumers see you. Make sure you have that ASTA logo visible. So some of you on this webinar may be agency owners and have W-2 employees working for you. And if you do, you can have them be added to your company roster and be able to use the benefits of the ASTA membership. So if you go to your profile and click on the company page, so as the company admin, you have the rights to be able to go and send them a link. So you just copy and paste that link in an email, and then they can go sign themselves up, and then they'll be attached to your company. Don't try to do it for them, because oftentimes the system tries, thinks you're trying to join again, and you'll get an error message and stuff like that. So copy and paste that to your W-2 employees, and they can build their own personal profiles, especially if you have frontline agents as W-2 employees. Put them out there, and they also will have access to the benefits as well. So, and if you're an individual member, maybe you can work your way up to doing that, but this is for our agency owners who have W-2 employees on their in their offices. So next, how do you get access? How do you use, and what are some of the benefits that we have here at ASTA.org? First is our ASTA Verified Travel Advisor program. Started almost 2 years ago. It is 9 courses that you have 12 months to complete. It's $399 for those 9 courses, and here's a look at those for you. It's anywhere from marketing yourself to ethics for travel advisors to regulatory compliance. So a vast array, and I myself have taken the art of the sales, art and science of negotiation. Fantastic course, and it helped me, even though I'm not a travel advisor, but I work in talking and salesmanship myself. So even if you don't think something would be right for you, you'll get something out of it. Like public speaking, we can all use a little help in that respect. So if you have already completed the first 9 courses, we did just release the continuing ed courses. So it's $199 for those. Again, you have a year to complete them. So those options are both available at this time. Here's a look at our first group of graduates that we celebrated at ASTA Global Convention. And I will say on TravelSense, ASTA Verified Travel Advisors do get sort of top billing. They get moved to the top of the search function. So you're investing time into building your business and your professionalism. We're able to kind of promote that on TravelSense as well as on ASTA.org as well. So some of the other items we have, action alerts, like I was talking about with the sales tax for states. We have webinars, research papers. We also have a member advantage program, and that is where we have industry discounts as well as discounts for office supplies. So that can be found on our website as well under services, and I will send a link to that in my follow-up email. So take a look at that and take advantage of some of those partners we have that are giving some discounts for you as a member of ASTA. Next, as an ASTA member, you have the ability to download the Regulatory Compliance Handbook. This, many people say pays, is worth the price of membership, but it does talk about what the DOT requires of you. If you get, a call from a DOT person and you don't know and you forget to say something that is required, you could be fined like up to $10,000 sometimes. So this is information that's good to have handy and to have your employees to have as well. And also we have consumer research, and many of you probably put on all kinds of different hats if you run your own small business. You may be your marketing person one day, a frontline agent the next day, and then you may be your HR looking to hire someone because your business is growing so quickly. We have a sample IC contract that our general counsel put together for you. This is free to our members. It's like a good boilerplate to get started when you're looking to add to your agency. We also have a career center that you can post jobs for, and or if you're looking for a new job, this is also a great resource for that. Now to the fun part, also networking opportunities so you can make some connections. So this is our chapter group, and this is growing and changing sometimes on a daily basis, and we're excited about that. We're excited to have engagement from members across the country. So if you're not sure where you fit in, or if you are in an area that has multiple chapters, so like Florida and out in California, you can log on, and in your profile, you're able to change your chapter affiliation if you wish. So that's just something that you kind of are defaulted by zip code. But if you feel like you would rather participate in a different chapter, you are more than welcome to make that change within your profile. Our next big event coming up is ASTA Global Convention. It's in Fort Lauderdale at the Diplomat. We're so excited. We just had a planning meeting today, and stuff is coming together so great. And we're hoping to see all of you down there August 25 through 27. And then we have our small business conference out in Aurora at the Gaylord. It's a brand new property. And if you were familiar with the NACTA conference, we're keeping that alive and well. We've just rebranded it to Small Business Network. So again, it'll be education and trade show and just an opportunity for you to network. So at each of these events, we're partnering with TAMS to give you an opportunity to have kind of like a TAMS Light session on August 23rd, which is right before Global Convention, and September 29th, which is the first day of the Small Business Network. So this is going to be for a very select group, a very small group. I think it's the first 25 that register. We'll be able to sit in a room together and really share your business. You know, say what works for you, ask questions that you have, and you're able to just brainstorm with this group about what works, what doesn't, how can I do this better. And it really is about your business and how you can get that to grow and how you can navigate through this. So this is a great opportunity, brand new. It's an additional $375. So I know it sort of seems, you know, like an extra cost, but the information that you're going to gather from it is priceless. So take a look at the information. So when you go in to start looking at education sessions to take, choose this one. You won't regret it. And if you like to plan out your calendar, our Small Business Network Conference in 2020 will be in Savannah. And our legislative day, we have dates for that now, is in February. I believe it's 3 through 6, around that time frame. So if we just finished legislative day, it was so successful. So many people are excited to come back, and you may be hearing some buzz about it. So more information will come out soon about that, so but just mark your calendar for February of 2020. And last, we have our ASTA Destination Expo, and this year it's in Israel. We did have a change. We are now going to be staying in our host hotels, which are going to be in Tel Aviv, but we will still be going into Jerusalem for some sightseeing and other opportunities. So I know that is a change, and we apologize for that change. It's just something that kind of happened due to just timing and everything like that. So, but you'll get to see 2 cities though at one event. So it's going to be a great time. So what our Destination Expo does for our advisor members is it gives them a deep dive into the location. You get education, and you get to meet face-to-face and connect directly with the local suppliers. And this doesn't often happen, especially like at our trade show at ASTA Global. You may not have an opportunity to talk to them, but you're going to be in a room for a couple days learning about the surrounding areas and talking to the hoteliers, talking to the tour operators, and making that connection. Especially, I know face and ancestry type trips are really popular right now. So Jerusalem is often a number one on a bucket list location for many people that travel. So this is a great opportunity. Rates start at $649. This includes your 4 nights at the property, your airport transfers, all the special events, and most of the meals. So this is just a great investment in your business and in your knowledge for the region. We also have great pre and post educational journeys. There's like so many to choose from. So go to the Destination Expo site online and take a look at what we have to offer and go ahead and get registered for that. So this is kind of what engagement looks like. It could be at the grassroots level. It could be volunteering to start a chapter in your area if there isn't one, or just keeping your membership current and updating your profile. However you wish to engage with ASTA is up to you, but we do want your engagement, and please reach out and attend these events and attend your local chapter events. It just makes a world of difference to connect with those like minds. And I know, Christina, you're probably on this webinar as being new, and I got to get your headshot in here. So we welcome Christina. She's our new membership director. So we're just happy to have her on our team. and you'll get to meet her at ASTA Global Convention. So we have a great membership team who anyone of us could help you and answer any of the questions you have. So I'm going to go check my question pane. Oh, there are several in here. So Tom, I'll follow up with you about that, about the press box. So I'll follow up with you. Let's see. Let me just take a look at these questions. That's a good question, Natasha. So she's asking, what does the Fort Lauderdale conference entail? Well, it's several days of education. So we have 2 blocks during the day. I believe you're going to have 4 different classes to choose from. And then there's also general sessions. And then there's a couple hours of trade show every day, along with networking opportunities and lunch and learns where you can hear from suppliers, talk about their destinations. So it is just a great way for education and to network. Let's see, trying to see what else we have. Yes, so Natasha, you're asking about ASTA Verified, and her question was, do you have to complete continuing ed in order to maintain the status year after year? You do, but you also have to maintain your membership as well. So basically, you join, start your verified program, you have 12 months to finish, and then that's good for 12 months, and then you start your continuing ed from there. But you do have to keep your membership up to date. That's the most important. So there is a question, let's see, sorry, they're coming in pretty quick. Linda, I will answer yours directly, so just stay tuned for that. There's also a question that does member benefits include discounts on flights and hotels? Normally it doesn't, that I know of. Now we do have some suppliers that you'll see on that Member Advantage program page that do offer some discounts for travel and when they book their specialty. So, but normally, no, we don't have any discounts because of ASTA membership. So the Facebook group, again, let me just go back. It's Press Inbox, let me see, I'm going to make sure I have it correct. Press Inbox Travel Advisor Experts is what you can search on Facebook to join. And yes, I did record this webinar, so it will be, give me about a week to get it edited and posted. I'm going to wait another minute to see if we have any questions. These have been great questions. Yes, thank you for this membership. We do have a consumer leads program on our website and as well as on TravelSense that you can check out, and I will send the link in my follow-up email to that site. So you have to be logged in to see it, but pretty much on a daily basis, consumers are posting, I have X amount of dollars to spend to go to X place on these dates. Can you please help me? So you would then respond to them directly. ASTA doesn't facilitate the back and forth. We just provide the opportunity for consumers to post. And you may or may not hear, but many of our advisors, especially our VTAs, have received several leads on that site. So that is, it's something worthwhile for you to start doing, you know, as maybe the first thing in the morning to check that page. And I also will say, for TravelSense, we now have a chat function. That is new to travelsense.org. So if you are online, so that's why it's important to log on to TravelSense every day, because if a consumer clicks on your profile and you're online, it will notify you and you can begin chatting with that person immediately. So, you know, set a time on your calendar, 11 o'clock in the morning, log into TravelSense, see what's going on, and that sort of thing. And yes, Kim, I will put the Facebook group link in the email as well. Thank you for that. I'm happy to do that. All right, so I'm just going to give it another minute to see if there are any more questions. And again, please reach out to me, you know, myself or my colleagues if you do have anything I didn't cover on this email. And when I send out the follow-up email, please respond back and say, hey, can we, I asked you about this. So I think we're good to go. So I want to, again, thank you for your time. Thank you for taking, time out of your precious day, to come on this webinar. Again, it was recorded and it will be on ASTA.org in about a week. And I appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.